All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the wonderful world of Jean Paul Gaultier's Gaultier Divine. I am Bruce, and I am the head of education for Jean Paul Gaultier, and I'm here to introduce to you a brand new fragrance that we have that has graced our lives with divine luxury exquisiteness that is so extremely magnetizing and mouth-watering. But before we dive into the world of Gaultier Divine, I would like to either introduce or reintroduce to you the designer who is Jean Paul Gaultier. So for those of you who are familiar, you will know this, but if not, Jean Paul Gaultier is a designer who has very, very strong values. They are freedom and liberty and equality, and this has been at the root of everything that he has ever designed. And actually, before he even became a designer, he was surrounded by very influential and powerful women. Most notably was his grandmother who raised him. And so as a young child, he spent all of his time in her home, on the weekends, off of school, any vacations or holidays. And she also ran a beauty parlor out of her home. So he was surrounded by all of her clientele and all of this amazing beauty product, all of makeup and hair products, and all of these really vibrant personalities. She also helped with the thespian population in the area as well. And so she would help with the wigs and the stage makeup as well. So from there, he would constantly be surrounded by these really, really creative minds and these very artistic individuals that really expressed very unique characteristics. And he took all these little bits of information and he really developed a very expansive imagination that would lead into all these amazing fantasies. And so much so that he even had a teddy bear that he named Nana, and he would start designing on her, and she was the first model. He even would take simple little things like newspapers and wad them up into cones and attach them to the teddy bear's chest, which would later be an inspiration not only of the Gaultier Divine bottle that you can see here, but also one of the world's largest pop megastars when we think of a cone corset or bra. I'm pretty sure you know exactly who I'm talking about, but that was Jean Paul Gaultier's probably arguably the most iconic piece of fashion in the fashion world. So from there, we have also other iconic pieces of fashion is the mariniere, or those sailor stripes, and you're probably more familiar with those of our masculine side of the fragrances with the Le Male Sailor collection. But this really allowed for him to grow into the world of fashion and have this motto of taking sidewalk to catwalk and having luxury, avant-garde, true fashion that was readily attainable for everyone in the world. So everyone can have a piece of luxury and a piece of this fashion, and it didn't have to be on in a couture-made gown. It didn't have to always be on the cover of magazines. It was this really amazing, attainable luxury fashion, and that would spill over into the world of perfume. So you're probably familiar with our fragrances coming in a tin can. So Jean Paul Gaultier wants our luxury fragrances to be as attainable as possible, and as attainable and easy to get, as simple as a can of soup on a grocery store. So it is accessible to everyone in the world, no matter what you do for a living or what you're interested in. You're always available to get this piece of iconic luxury. So from there, we also can, diving back into the world of Gaultier Divine, from the very beginning, from Jean Paul Gaultier being a child, but also diving into the world of fashion, 1976, there's been one common thread still to this day that reigns true, and that it has always been a celebration of women. So I would like to officially introduce to you Jean Paul Gaultier's Gaultier Divine. You can see right here in this stunning, fashion-laden, jewel, golden goddess of a bottle. Absolutely stunning. Get really close in there for you to see. Oh, she's amazing with her choker ring on here as well. Another strong tie to the fashion codes as well. So we absolutely stunning here. So Jean Paul Gaultier's Gaultier Divine is a Solar Gourmand Floral Eau de Parfum fragrance. She comes in 2 different sizes. So we have our full-sized 100 milliliter here, which is refillable. And she also has a little sister at the 50 ml, which also is refillable, which is a really great moment to tie back to fashion. It has been full of sustainable fashion from the very beginning. And I mentioned before as well that his very first fashion show was taken from all of these scraps from friends that worked in department stores, and he designed very unique avant-garde pieces, and that became his first collection was literally scraps, and he needed some sort of jewelry and accessories. And so what he did was take tin cans actually and created cuffs and bracelets and clutches and other jewelry necklaces, all from tin cans. And that also brings back into the tin can, which again is that attainable, easily attainable luxury, and tie direct from fashion into the fragrance world. So the concept itself of Gaultier Divine is ultimately divine femininity. It is pure female empowerment. It just screams being yourself, exuding freedom from your inner core and your light, and having this magnetic seduction that is just kind of this whispering aura all around you that is making everyone just completely turn their heads and just want to know who you are, how can they get to know you, how can they get closer to you, and you just have them completely mesmerized. So that is what this divine inner light is, the concept of Gaultier Divine. And so to talk a little bit more about it, and before I explore the fragrance, because honestly smelling fragrance by yourself is really not that fun, and you can see that I have a couple of other ingredients here. Also not as fun by myself, so I would like to introduce my divine friend, Dara. Hello, welcome Dara.
Hi guys.
Everyone say hi, Dara. We can see the chats. Hello.
Hi.
All right, so obviously you're in the room, so you can hear all about the concept. And I feel like maybe that concept rings true in the design of the bottle.
Yeah, the design is completely sexy.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with this corset bra. I remember this with Madonna wearing it during the Vogue video.
Ooh, yes. And a world tour as well. So I'm going to spray this fragrance for you because I want you to experience it live on camera for the first time. So first we're going to pull the little pen here to release this magnetic seduction of divine, this divine gourmand floral as well. So I'm going to spray this for you. And I want you to just let me know what is the first thing that you're smelling.
It's something that's sweet.
Okay.
It's like floral, so it's sweet but light, and it's airy.
All right, so airy, sweet, light floral. All right.
Definitely vibrant.
Ooh, vibrant. Oh, so we have a really special heart in this fragrance that our perfumer, Quentin Biche, he wanted to create, actually his actual quote of creating this fragrance and his interpretation of the concept of Gaultier Divine and what being divine means to Jean Paul Gaultier, and for him to celebrate women, was that he wanted this kind of airy, salty kiss over this delicious meringue delight. So think of like a really true passionate kiss, like your first passionate kiss, like after maybe a first date, that is just so mouth-watering, vibrantly delicious.
Right.
Do you feel that?
I can smell it. I can smell the meringue. It like makes my teeth sweat. Like I can actually taste it.
And I kind of, even right now, I can like, it's making my mouth water. It is like, it's kind of making me thirsty.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Save me. Promise you'll save me one of these.
I can't make any promises, but I can make you a drink. So why don't we do something? I'm going to make a drink for you, if you don't mind, right? So since we're both thirsty, smelling this mouth-watering fragrance, and the drink is going to be 100% tied to and inspired by the notes that create Gaultier Divine. So the first thing we are going to do is within this golden stunning bottle, we are going to need a new type of golden stunning flacon as well. And honestly, who likes a warm beverage? No one. So let me add some ice to this. Because there is a cooling quality as well to this. It really is very refreshing. You said that it was very airy, yeah?
It's definitely very airy, very soft and light. It's It's a beautiful scent.
It is. I'm like, seriously, my mouth is watering so much right now. It smells so good. I'm just so excited to actually taste it as long as that I'm smelling it. All right, so I have the ice in here. So the first thing that you smelled was that floral note.
Yeah.
So the floral note is actually a lily flower. And so in beverage terms, we're going to use an elderflower liqueur here. And so with this, I am going to add, it's a ½ ounce for those who are making and following along on your own, but I think I might also indulge in a little bit of this divine cocktail. So I'm going to double the recipe. So we're going to do, it should be a ½ ounce that will go in there, just to give a nice little, that floral, airy, solar quality that immediately opened up. Now, the second thing you noticed was the vibrancy, right?
Vibrancy, yes.
Okay, so, and that was that kind of that kiss look. So the only thing I could think of when it comes to vibrancy, and almost like a salty note. So it is a salty accord, so it is a blend of herbs and spices and some citrus notes that mimic the scent of essentially what the idea of salt would be like. So this kind of salty quality that is very unique to the heart of this fragrance. So when I think of salt and a beverage, we think of tequila. All right, so with tequila, we're going to do 1.5 ounces. Pour this right in there with that elderflower liqueur. Of course, I'm doubling this, so we're gonna go with 3 ounces. All right, so we're going to be filling divine. Now, we don't want it too salty. We want it to cut it and maintain that vibrant freshness. So how we're going to do that is actually using a little bit of orange liqueur. This orange liqueur is going to cut out the bitterness, but it's going to remain the saltiness that you're finding within the heart of the fragrance. So with this, we are going to do just a pure... Oh, that's right. Ooh, this is going to be good. I can smell it already. All right. And then you wrapped it up at the very end with, you said it was sweet. So we have another very interesting ingredient that you're not going to find anywhere else, and that is meringue. So we're familiar with these cute little meringue cookies, right? And so we're going to add a little bit of meringue powder inside just to give it that wonderful sweetness to it. So this is going to be, all right, so we're going to shake this up. And actually, I see that we have a question. All right, so we have some patrons in the bar here in the Divine Bar. All right.
What's the best way to wear the fragrance? Should we spray it separately? Should we rub our wrists together?
That is a great question. All right, you can spray separately. As you saw when I demonstrated with, I almost sprayed the shaker. When I demonstrated on Dara, I sprayed about maybe 10 to 12 inches from the skin, and I let it fall lightly onto her. So that is a way to immediately smell what the dry down of the fragrance is going to be. The next thing you could do is spray directly on the pulse points. This is going to animate and heat up the fragrance as your heart starts pounding a little bit. And it's okay to let it dry down, or you can press it into your skin. Never rub and never go like this. We see a lot of people that go like this. You don't want to do that. Why is a great question. When you spray it and you rub really fast, you're not allowing the fragrance to actually seep in, and there is a perfumer's alcohol that is in all fragrances. So you're immediately spreading it across the top, and it's evaporating really fast. But when you rub really fast and you create that friction, you're going to burn it off real fast. So it's not going to allow the fragrance to properly wear. And also there's a term of that we call bruising the fragrance, because you bruise the notes because they don't actually get to develop the way they are intended.
Oh,
all right?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're learning new stuff.
Yes,
learning to make drinks, learning how to wear our fragrances.
Don't lose it.
Yeah, and now we need to learn how to drink, which we are going to do out of cups. All right, so we have these beautiful coupes. So let me give this another little shake. So we have that elderflower liqueur, we have the tequila and the orange liqueur in here. So the elderflower liqueur is going to be for that lily note. The tequila and the orange liqueur is for that salty heart. And then we have the meringue powder to give it that amazing sweetness. So we're just going to pour a little bit in here, just enough to cover the bottom of the coupes, because we want that, just like as in the fragrance, we want it to really breathe. Now, I mean, it's a celebration of women. And what is a celebration without
Champagne.
Champagne! So we have a little bit of champagne here, so I'm going to just pop this open. Figured, you know what, if we're celebrating, we should pop this open together. I shouldn't have it ready, so woo! Woo! All right, so it's woo, party, all right. So we're gonna do about 3 ounces of bubbles and celebration and top off the glass here. And oh, you smell it?
Yeah,
Smells amazing. All right, so I would really love to serve this to you, but every good cocktail needs a garnish. And there is only one perfect garnish that we could have with Gaultier Divine. And honestly, it is gold. So we're gonna use some edible gold flakes here. So I'm just going to top this.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we wanna get our vitamins, our minerals, our iron, and our gold in our system as often as possible. So drop that in there. All right, perfect. That one will be mine. What a presentation. Oh my gosh, all right.
Cheers.
So cheers to Gaultier Divine and divine femininity and a celebration of all women and carrying that torch for Jean Paul Gaultier. So cheers, Dara, thank you.
Cheers, Bruce.
Oh my gosh.
These are so good.
Oh, this Instagram Live is going to be a lot of fun. All right. I think we should have another sip. Cheers. All right, so while we're enjoying a sip, I see that we have another question.
How much does it retail and how many size variations are there?
Oh, great question again. So we have our large 100 ml, which is 160. Then we have a 50 ml, which is half the size for 130. So if you start with the 130 and you jump up to 160, it's a 50 ml to 100 ml. So it's only $30 more for twice as much fragrance. Now, both of the fragrances are, actually, I have her right here, so you can see the size difference. Here, I will let you hold these, Dara. All right, perfect. And then what we also have is the refill bottle. So the refill bottle is 200 milliliters, which is also 200. So this will refill the large bottle twice. So our first investment of our Gaultier Divine is going to be 160. So when we are, when we run through her, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, when we need to fill up our divinity, right, and refill our stunning golden jewel, instead of purchasing another bottle for 160, we can just go a little bit extra with $40 more, and you'll be able to refill this bottle twice. Which is an amazing savings. And with the 50 ml, you would refill this 4 times. It's like buying one and getting 2.5 for free. It's really an incredible savings amount. And we are sustainable. We are keeping the bottles out of landfills. We are keeping our stunning goddess golden Gaultier Divine jewel for all times. I mean, we're putting all of our love and energy when we pick up these bottles. We don't want to toss those away, so we want to keep them forever. And I mean, these are just, again, look how stunning these are. These are just, why, right? We also have a body lotion for those of us who really want to make the fragrance last even longer. Now, it is an eau de parfum, so it's a long-lasting fragrance, about 8 to 10 hours on the skin naturally. But the lotion is going to really hold on to the fragrance and allow it to stay longer and, of course, moisturize, making us feel very divine as we are wearing our Gaultier Divine.
So that's another layering scent.
Yes, yes. So you can wear this alone, but it also is better to wear together. And I see another question.
Can you go over the notes of the fragrance one more time?
Yes, the notes in the fragrance. So first, Dara, you smelled
I smelled a floral scent, so it was something sweet and florally.
All right, so this is that solar lily flower.
Mm-hmm. And then the next scent that I smelled was something like vibrant, so it was like a saltiness.
Yeah, so there's a vibrant, salty note that is in the heart of the fragrance.
And then the last one was very sweet. It was almost as if you could taste it when you smell it. So the first thing I smelled, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can actually taste it, and it tasted like the meringue.
And speaking of tasting,
it's pretty tasty.
It is divine. It is a meringue in the base. So it is lily with a salty accord and a meringue delight base. And it really does immediately make your mouth water. So with that, this is so good. This is delicious. It tastes just as good as the Gaultier Divine smells. So I encourage you to please drop into Macy's and smell the fragrance. And for those of you who are interested who would not like to, or like to enjoy something a little bit the same taste but without the alcohol, you can replace the orange liqueur and the tequila with a blend of ginger beer and orange syrup. And then the elderflower liqueur also comes in a syrup form. And then you can just use some sparkling, either sparkling cider or sparkling water. And of course, it will be very reminiscent of the Divine Cocktail, but the one common thread that you can't miss out on is the gold garnish, because that is what is going to floor everyone. However, before we go, we have an exclusive offering for Macy's.com if we are to indulge ourselves in Gaultier Divine. And I can't help but notice, Dara, you actually are carrying it.
I am. It's a beautiful nylon tote. And it actually has the cone detailing on the zipper.
Oh, I see it. Yes,
So,
I see. Like you can see literally the cone detailing as the zipper pull. How cute is that?
Right. So you have the cone detailing there, and then you also have the choker pull here. So
Nice.
for
A little
another-
choker pull there. Another strong tie to fashion.
Yeah, so it's actually a really amazing tote. You can fit a computer in here and everything else.
Everything. Oh my god. And like this is so cute. I love it. It is like this beautiful, like kind of a champagne nylon, and it has nice cotton canvas handles. It even has the Gaultier Divine insignia in Boston here. This is a showstopper, just like the fragrance, and just like the drink, and just like my guest. I love this so much. Thank you so much, Dara, for coming in. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope that you enjoyed our time together. And please smell and drink responsibly. Until next time, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.